The new Cards and Antiques and Collectibles Mall is really big. I mean really big! Now with over 27,000 square feet of antiques, gifts, and collectibles. Cards and Antiques and Collectibles Mall is really big!
Welcome to the Antique Mall. We've been in business 27 years with 13 separate dealers and over 10,000 square feet of space. We're unique because of our fun outside space. With funky, rusty, artistic vintage yard art, we have hit-and-miss engines, old stoves, old tools, picks and shovels. And then on the inside, we've got dolls, jewelry, books, collectibles, and trains, including American Flyer, Lionel, and Tyco, all available in mini scales. Come and visit us 7 days a week, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., located at 10104 off the US 50 freeway in Mound House, Nevada. Come and see us. Welcome to the Old House Antique Showcase, produced by Trinity Heart Media for the TREMEDIA streaming network. This week, our lovely host Shirley Larkins is taking us about the town, searching for all those special treasures and trinkets, finding out what is hot and what is not.
Hello! On today's episode of Old House Antique Showcase, we're going to step back in time to Somewhere in Time Antiques Mall. Come with me! Oh, I know somebody who would like this section. Vintage cameras have always interested me quite a bit. Look at some of the ones they have here at the Antique Mall. Holy moly. Something for everyone here, truly. Talking about antiques, I just found the fossil section. So neat. They really have everything here. So looking at the tags on these, it looks like a lot of these fossils were locally found. That's pretty neat.
Geodes.
Yeah, look at all the arrowheads. Very cool. All Nevada. I feel like everything's got a very fair price here too. I was wondering what this was. From boxes?
From boxes of cigars.
Wow.
Back in the old days, when you buy a box of, well, it's a premium in the cigars.
Okay.
And you try and collect them just like kids collect things in boxes now.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, and I see like there's like Pennsylvania.
Yes, they would have had a whole series of different
colleges or, yeah, very cool. How neat. This must have been a big box.
Big box.
Yeah. Those are very cool. More cameras. Look at this. Holy moly. Definitely 1940s and 50s vintage. Today I'm here at Somewhere in Time Antiques Mall, and I'm super excited to be with my friend Dan Clements. I've already walked around a little bit and saw some of his collection, but I want Dan to show you what he's got going on here.
Oh, there's so much, you wouldn't believe it. Everything from $1 to $5,000 available. This is a case we have just some of our littler things.
So Dan, what kind of items do you specialize in? Because I've seen a wide array of collectibles just in your section alone here.
I don't know if I really have a specialty. Nevada art is one of my things that I really like.
Okay.
We pick up a lot of, whenever I can find them at estate sales, I'll
Local artists?
Local artists, yeah.
Okay, great. One thing that caught my eye today here in this case is this beautiful evening bag. It says it's from the 1950s. Could we take a look at it?
Yes, we can. Yeah, as you can see, it has mother of pearl in like little springs embedded into the acrylic on the top.
Oh, it's so pretty.
And it's double-sided, so you open one side, and there's a little compact and a comb and a thing for your lipstick.
This is your makeup touch-up. I love it.
And on the other side, it's a cigarette case.
Oh my goodness, so fancy. We've lost the art of things like this today.
Yes.
May I hold it?
You just don't see them.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at the detail on that. You really don't. The craftsmanship. This is so neat. So where do you find things like this?
Mostly at estate sales.
Okay. Great. And do you go all over the country? Do you kind of stay to our area? What's your specialty there?
This area.
All right. How long you been doing it?
Since the 80s.
Wow. What's your favorite thing to collect?
Oh, probably miniature bronzes is my thing I have at
I
home.
saw a few around here, actually, when I was looking through your section.
My miniature ones are about that tall.
Oh, wow.
And they're the same thing, real high quality little bronzes. And they were done in the late 1800s, most of them.
Amazing.
They're hard to come by.
Yeah, I bet. So you also work with your wife. I hear she does some of the sourcing for you guys here as well in different realms.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about that, because you're not just going to estate sales.
No, we aren't. She works for Sammy B Auctions, so she's always spotting things when she's working there, and will bring me home a list every week. These are the good things for me to check out.
So you're constantly updating your inventory here. There's always new pieces for people to come and find.
Yeah.
All right, I love it. Big collections of certain items available to you as well, I could see. So different areas. I saw some Disney, I saw some Linux items. Some old tools.
Yeah, we have almost 20 vendors in this mall, and a lot of them do different things. So it's fun to see what people bring in.
Absolutely. I think the main thing to keep in mind is that if you're going to come here and check out Somewhere in Time Antiques Mall, make sure you have time, because there's so much to see and look at. It's wonderful.
And over here we have most of the Nevada art that I have on these walls. And there's the Native American cradle baskets. Those are all from local Nevada as well.
So Dan, do you work with local people? Like they can bring their items in? It's not just old stuff or antique collectibles, but...
It's not just old. We don't do consignments because it's just too hard to keep track of.
Yeah, you have a lot of items here.
There's too much. But we do buy from estates and from people that have things that they don't need anymore.
Okay, like this vase I just noticed here, Washoe Valley.
Yeah, that's a John Manley piece.
That is
one of my
very
favorite
cool.
pieces. I would have it at home, but I don't have room for it at home, so I get to enjoy it here.
It's beautiful. Well, and the fact that it comes from Nevada, you know, there's a lot of people who I think that would be special to them as well. Mm-hmm. Not just that it's beautiful. So even the paintings, a lot of the different items, these are from Nevada. That's great.
They are. This is a Lyle ball. It's probably some glare on the screen, but it's a Lyle ball up there. PK Goldwater. This is another Lyle ball here. And we have a lot of different Nevada artists.
A lot of different themes too. I like that. So there's something for everybody when they come to take a look. So I can see there's a varying of pricing here. So for really any collector could come in and find a piece for any budget.
Exactly. We have things that are very reasonable, and we try to keep the prices as low as we can too. If I get it for a good price, I'll pass it on for a good price.
That's awesome. Well, and then, you know, people keep coming back looking for new items.
Right.
You can really grow your collection, see what you've got.
Mm-hmm.
What about the frames, and when you get these pieces, they come to you fully ready?
Most of the time I try to get them with the original frames.
Yeah, that's nice.
A lot of time, especially the vintage ones, like the Lyle Ball was done in the 70s. And that's the frame that Lyle put on that painting. I'd better keep it.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Oh, I love the history. And so how do you find out the age of some of the items that you do find? Is it just because it's on there? Do you do some research?
If I'm lucky, it's dated. Otherwise, yes, there are some books. Jack Bacon did a nice Nevada artist book. You can get an idea of when they were painting at least.
Okay.
And then maybe by the subject, a good idea of when it was done.
So you're not just slapping something on there, you do some research
We do
too
some
for
research,
the items that you
yes.
have. That's wonderful. Look at that stained glass lamp. Wow.
Yeah, that's actually stained glass too.
Yeah,
It's
real,
not one of the
real
plastic
leaded
ones.
glass. Yeah, exactly. Very neat.
Yeah. In this case, we have some of our higher end items, Baccarat glasses. This is actually an antique Lotz glass salad set from the early part of the century.
Wow.
And Lotz is really high end. It's a really nice, it's one of my favorite pieces. It really is. It's
Where
gorgeous.
did you find that piece?
It came from an estate.
Okay. Yeah, so different sections, do you kind of have different themes or different price ranges? How do you like to sort out your
When I can, like this has got more of the higher end things in it, and just the fancier little things that you don't want to break, like the little Dresden
kind
girl.
of older too, I noticed, because I see these are Art Deco glasses and some of the old perfume bottles.
Yep.
Now I'm here joined by Paula, Dan's wife, and I'm super excited to hear more about how she's gotten involved in the collection. And also, Paula, tell me about your giant space here. You have the largest booth space in the entire place.
Yes, we do, and it's an accumulation. We started out in Victorian Square, downtown Sparks, our first spot.
When was that?
Early 80s.
Okay.
We then had an additional space in Primrose Lane out in Dayton. Eventually we ended up with All Our Yesterdays, place here in Reno. So at one point we had 3 mall spaces,
wow,
which was a lot. And then kind of things happened and we kind of moved and consolidated, and some people moved out of here, and so we kind of started taking over a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more.
And now, yes, you do have quite a large space. I mean, I could spend all day just in your section of the mall here.
There's a lot here. That's what a little bit gives us a little bit of our variety, is having that much space.
Well, and then you get to choose some stuff. Dan gets to choose, right? So
Correct.
how do you guys decide whose items to showcase?
There's no decision. If there's room, we put it out.
Okay, I love that. I love that. True collectors.
We've kind of moved and kind of consolidate some things so that we have similar things together if possible. If not, we kind of spread them out a little bit.
I see the collections, they kind of stay together. There's a lot of beautiful glass pieces here. I mean, I've kind of perused around a bit, and there's such a selection of jewelry. I'm assuming you do the jewelry.
I do most of the jewelry, yes I do.
Okay.
We've got 3 rotating display cases. We also have a large case that has a lot of the coins, some of the higher end turquoise pieces. We've got another flat case that has some higher end, little fancier pieces.
Older kind of 20s, things like that. I saw some dates on some things
Yeah,
too, which
some
was
things
kinda
are,
cool.
but just things that stand out better when they're laying flat as opposed to laying in a tray or such.
Somewhere else, yeah.
Yeah.
So with the glass, tell me a little bit about how you started that collection, because you have many kinds and many pieces just right here in this mall.
It started with Vaseline glass.
Okay.
Which is a glass that looks a little bit like Vaseline petroleum jelly, but when you hit it with a black light, it glows green.
Wow.
It fluoresces.
That's what I was admiring when you first started talking to me.
It's not black light or glow in the dark. It is a black light that causes it.
So only under black light?
Only a black light will it fluoresce.
Okay, very cool.
Which a lot of bars and parties use black lights.
Yeah.
So I do some of the jewelry that the kids then can buy and wear. Kids, anybody can wear.
Anybody can wear.
I usually have some, but I need to replace mine again.
And then tell me too about the other glass that you have back here.
Just looking for things that are collectible and nice. We know some brands and some names, and we start kind of looking a little bit for those. Dan's done a ton of research on things. He kind of figures out what is what.
Okay.
And then he thereby kind of trains me a little bit. So I help look for things when we're out shopping, when we're out shows, whatever.
So people looking for specifics, if they have something that they collect, you guys definitely would be a great place to stop in and check out first, probably, right? Yeah.
In part because Dan's knowledge. He researches, he searches, he looks, and he learns about things.
That's very cool. So tell me, what's your favorite part about collecting?
The exploring, the history, the finding out. such a simple thing as a baby feeding spoon. No idea what it was until we ran across one and then started doing a little bit of research. It's something that looks really weird. We don't use it now. It's something from the Victorian era. So it would have come across with the Victorian plates or their patterns.
Those kinds of things that we don't know. And then you start finding out and it's like, what a treasure.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, something
cool.
fun. And then we kind of put in one of the items I ran across yesterday when I was working at my other job was a snuff spoon.
Wow. So when was that? What era is that even from?
The early 1800s.
Amazing. So like cowboys would even have that in their pocket?
Victorian era, it would have been in the higher end households.
Even more, yeah, great. Wow,
Not a cowboy. He didn't earn enough money.
Early 1800s.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible, isn't it?
It is.
So
It's
how big was it?
It's actually pretty small. It's only about 2 inches, about 3 inches, I guess.
How'd you figure out that's what it was for?
It came through from somebody else's collection, and it had a label on it.
So do you guys know a lot of other people who you consult with sometimes to find out, like, wow, what is this piece? We've never seen something like this. Or do you have something from this era?
We do that. Plus, internet is really useful.
Yeah.
There's a Google feature that allows you to take a picture of things and then kind of search through that and quite often find a lot of information. Then that takes you out so that you can do more searching.
So you can find what you were looking for. Yeah. That's really neat. I love that you guys actually put in the time. It's not just like, you're really passionate about this. You're passionate about your collection. I love it.
We want to educate. That's the big thing. We're educating people about the history, about what the items are, what they were used for, how you can maybe use it differently now.
Right. Repurposing even.
Yeah.
I love that.
And that goes back to our other business.
Which is?
Tanner's Marketplace.
Oh my gosh.
We do antique and craft shows, and in that we do have people that have taken things and repurposed them to different uses.
I'm gonna have to come and see you at Tanner's for sure.
Yeah,
we will be there.
It's fun. We've got our a website. You can go out and take a look and see when our next shows are and where they are. You can also find a $1 off coupon, and it's tannersreno.com.
Tannersreno.com, and you're on there and people can find you.
Yep.
And where your booth will be and all of that.
Yep.
Okay, great. And when they come in here to the antique mall, do we need to ask for you to see your section? Do we just say, Clement's section, is there a number that we can reference? Because you're pretty big in here. It is huge here. I mean, I haven't even seen a third of it, I don't think.
There's a lot of people, a lot of different things. It's nice having other vendors around because they do different things. We have a chance to kind of talk with them and learn from them. And just expand knowledge.
Maybe find some new things for yourself too.
Yep. Sometimes they'll have something that they don't really care about, but they know that it's something that we've dealt with, so they'll sell it to us cheap.
Oh, very cool. So you guys can trade back and forth and figure out what works for each collection. And
yeah.
Very cool. So if somebody is looking for something specific, maybe you don't have it, but you might know somebody who does, so you could reach out to your network too. That's really neat.
We try as much as we can.
Is it a pretty tight-knit community here in Northern Nevada?
Pretty good. Yeah, there's a lot of good vendors that like to share and help each other, and so yeah.
Good community.
Yeah, it is fun.
Great. Paula, thank you so much for your time today and showing me around your collection. It's so awesome. I can't wait to bring my kids here and people I know and just show off what you've got. It's really neat.
Thank you.
And we're going to have to make Tanner's one of our next stops for another episode for sure. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Wow, still in the packaging. That's so cool. What year was this, I wonder? 1977. What? A real estate sign? That's funny. Can't get away from it. I've always had a thing for old knobs and handles. Look at that doorknob. Wow. So cool. That's what I was looking for. So, old stadium seat?
Basically, yes. As you can see, it's military green, and you'd put it on your back as a backpack, haul it into wherever you wanted, and you could sit comfortably.
Have a comfortable seat. Nothing's new. That's one thing I'm learning as we go through some of these items. We see newer versions, but it's also really awesome to see the history.
Some of the old things are amazing. And
they need to bring it back.
The fact that they're still around shows how well they were made.
Exactly. So true. So Dan, if I'm here and I'm walking around looking at things and I see something in one of the booths that I really like, if the booth owner's not here, how would I be able to take a look at it, purchase the item?
Well, if it's something that you like and it's not in a case, just grab it and take it up to the front counter. Things that are in cases, just come and ask. We have keys for each case, and all the different vendors have their own separate vendor number. So the register up front tracks what we sell as an individual vendor.
Okay.
At the end of our pay period, they separate, do a report, and everybody gets paid for what they've sold.
So as a shopper, I can come in and I can buy any item in the place, even if it's locked up, as long as somebody's here at the front. They can direct me and help me.
You just go find somebody and say, hey, I want to buy this.
I want this treasure.
And I'll open the case for you.
Awesome. That's it for him. My mom was always a big Budweiser fan, and so I remember growing up different posters and collectibles that she had, and walking over here looking at these neon lights, I just got a bit of nostalgia myself seeing that Bud man there. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Beautiful. Someone had a party.
Yeah.
Somebody had a party.
Somebody had a heck of a party. Wow, look at all these old guys. A Schmidt. Is it me? Feels like I should go on a trip. This is cute. Love it. There's another one inside. Oh my goodness. There's two more inside. The whole set. That's pretty fun. All right. Let's go. Old pots and stuff. Cool.
No, we've done cast iron before, but now
Yeah.
they're having us go out and join them, and we're doing Dutch oven cooking.
That's awesome. That's super awesome. So you do it over the fire and you make your whole jam? I love it.
Dinners.
I bet they're so good.
We do an Easter dinner with about 5 or 6 other cooks, and they're probably
Fun.
25 or 30 dishes.
Wow. All Dutch oven?
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible.
All cooked out there out in a pasture,
That's so fun.
and they invite a whole bunch of people from the town.
Oh my gosh, that's cool.
The last
I would
time
go.
we had 100 or more people.
Wow. And they're all cooking or they come
No,
to
the
feast?
People come to feed
Yeah.
because we want to get rid of the food. We
Right.
don't want to have to carry it all home.
Exactly.
We want to share.
Oh,
we have a
that's-
bounty, and we like to share.
I love that so much.
Yeah. So
How
we do an
fun.
Easter weekend
Okay.
up in California, out in the field.
In the middle of nowhere, just like the Cowboys did.
Yep.
That's fun. So if you come to Somewhere in Time, Antiques Mall, one thing that I really love about this place so far is that not only are there a lot of vintage antique items, but there's so much vintage knowledge. Everyone here seems to know not just about the collections and what they have, but a multitude of things. So if you had something that you didn't know where it came from or what it was, I feel like you'd probably get some answers here. And that's it for today's segment at Somewhere in Time. I found my treasure. Now you have to come find yours. Thank you, Dan and Paula Clements, for showing us around the store today. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Old House Antique Showcase. Be sure to tune in for next time when we'll find out what's hot and what's not. See you later.
Clarkson Antiques and Collectibles Mall is now open in the former grocery outlet. Come and enjoy unique shopping for fabulous gifts and home decor. Carson Antiques and Collectibles Mall is now the largest dealer in Northern Nevada. See us today.
Having professional and affordable marketing assets for your business is within reach with Ken Umphrey Creative Services. Whether you need printed materials, product photography, corporate video, a new logo, or an experienced copywriter for your radio or TV commercial, we can help. We'll create marketing solutions you can afford and in a timely fashion. See us on the web at kucreative.com. Ken Umphrey Creative Services. Affordable, experienced marketing solutions. Fallon, Nevada is a community of friends and families, like so many other members in other communities. Good people have to make decisions that have an impact on their lives, as well as the lives of their friends and family. We are here to help. Battleborn Bail Bonds, a community-based company, a member of the Fallon Chamber of Commerce, a company that serves all of Northern Nevada.